It's my feel-good breakfast show.
We promised you some amazing young talent, and we are going to deliver, or at least they are delivering every day out there in the pool. This morning, we are chatting with Zach Cicero and Nick Fall. Remember those names, two incredibly talented young water polo players who have been playing together since the age of 9, and obviously representing very proudly their school, Sax, to earning a spot on the South African team. They are passionate about raising awareness for water polo. It's often undercooked in SA, and we've got so many stars, and also joining them is their coach at Sax, Devon Card. It's difficult to know where to begin when you've had a journey of 9 years already to get to this point, and now it's all manifesting. So I'm going to say congratulations, both of you, for the colours. It's a massive, massive thing.
Thank you so much.
Maybe take us back, if you can. Zach, take us back to when you first got in the water, when you first started embracing the sport. Did you know back then that this was it, or were you just loving being in the water? How did your journey begin?
So my journey began, so I learned how to swim at the age of 4 and then started playing water polo at the age of 9. But when I really enjoyed it was under 13, where I made my provincial side.
As one does, yeah.
And, and then luckily the following year I made the under 14 side to SA for Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
And yeah, for the whole of high school, made the A side, and fortunately made the first team, end of grade 9, start of grade 10, coached by Mr. Devon Card, and then currently for the first team right now.
It's incredible, and of course knocking on the door of the next phase of the career. So I'm sure some big questions swirling in your mind. Nick, what is that big thing now? Now that you're getting a taste of this level of performance, what you can do with your body, with your teammates around you, what's the goal? What do you want to do with your water polo?
So I want to go to the Olympics and represent South Africa.
Boom.
That's
done.
Yeah.
Done. And I know I can say, oh, you're on it. We've got some work to do. We've got some work to do, Devon. But I love it because I was joking, saying that I get to meet you 5 years from now, interview you again, because this is the arc that you're on. That's the simple truth. How proud are you, because you do this clearly not for the accolades, because you're there every day and you're working, helping to shape these young men. It's not just about the sport. I've realized this having a very close connection to the way that you guys coach at that school. How proud are you right now of these two gents sat beside you?
Yeah, no, super proud. I mean, it's been a long journey. Both of these guys joined the first team as youngsters, and to see them now representing the country, putting on a blazer like that, you know, it's a proud moment, and we have to do what we can to get them ready, because it's tough. You know, we're quite a small fish in a very, very big pond when it comes to water polo. You know, I don't think they're quite ready for. Not ready, but I don't think they understand what that level is, and it's hard because, you know, to try and replicate that competition here in South Africa is very difficult. It's very hard to travel and get that kind of international experience. But no, I'm sure they're going to do themselves, the school, and their country proud.
Sink or swim. Sink or swim. And the joy here is, and again, I'll speak in retrospect here, you don't know until you know, until you've tested it, but it is going to be a significant jump up. Some very, very strong, well-resourced teams heading to Buenos Aires to represent your country now. That's a different team makeup. I'm sure half the Oaks on that team were your enemies up until 5 minutes before this journey began. What is it like knowing that you're going to be representing your country? Then it's one thing getting the colours, it's another thing having to get back into the water and do it.
Yeah, it's honestly an absolute privilege. Like, been dreaming it since I've started playing water polo to represent SA on the national side, and it's, to see yourself, like, compare yourself to the other national teams is like a privilege, and you can see how far you behind or ahead between the other nations. Like, you can benchmark yourself to the others and improve after game.
Yeah, and this is the joy, because you're going to start tapping into things that you haven't touched yet, because the level of competition is just so high and it's going to demand it. What's the team makeup like? What makes South African water polo as good as it is, despite not having the resources of maybe one American college in this space? And that's not even a joke, ironically. Yeah. What is the state of SA water polo? How would you describe it, Nick?
It's definitely a good vibe. Like, the gears definitely makes South Africa.
And 1 point. You can win by 1 point, it's okay, we'll give it to you. That seems to be our way. What do these players need to do to take that next step up, Devon?
Look, I mean, obviously it's creating awareness. You know, we need to stay on that international scene. Yeah. You know, and unfortunately, water polo is a fully self-funded sport in South Africa. But we need to keep going to these tours.
Are we still saying that?
Yeah,
Self-funded?
yeah.
Are we still saying those words
Yeah.
in South African sport?
Look, it's like a lot of sporting, those smaller sporting codes. But, the parents do what they have to do. For example, these two guys here, if anyone out there wants to help, they've actually literally created a page, help
100%,
Nick
yeah.
and Zach go to Argentina.
Brilliant.
But yeah, crucially, these guys are now going to be the inspiration for the next generation. You want to inspire those guys and show them that, hey, I can get my SA colours in water polo if I stick at it. We've now recently gone to the Olympics. We're unfortunately not going to these ones now, but we went to Tokyo. So you can become an Olympian through water polo, and
Sure.
just got to stick at it.
Completely. And what I love, because we're part of the same kind of ecosystem, and there is something amazing about the younger boys seeing you do what you do, and the change I've seen in my own boy, seeing you guys do it at that level in that same space is just immense. So you've made your folks proud, you've made your school incredibly proud, now you can go and make your country incredibly proud, and then I look forward to interviewing you again when you make that Olympic side. Now the opportunity is there, now you guys have to go and grab it. Thank you for the work that you do every day, my friend. Absolutely
Thank you for having us.
amazing what you can do if your head is in the right place and you back it up with the consistency and the training, and maybe if you've got 9 years you can achieve what these guys have done. Not an overnight success, but so proud of you guys. Well done.
Thanks for having us.
Oh,